In our today's lecture, we will be discussing the global warming and the climate change. It is the most essential and consequential topic, particularly for essay writing. So, in today's lecture, I will be sharing with you people the handwritten outlines and then some paragraph regarding the climate change in order to grasp the idea regarding the climate change. So I am sharing with you people the handwritten notes in order to deliver the idea that how to write excellent paragraphing with the proper sentence structure, with excellent phraseology and diction, with grammatical accuracy and data statistic analysis. These are the relevant materials. So first of all, in the outlines, you are writing introduction, and in introduction, you will be giving the idea that change in climate due to increase in temperature, that how after the industrial revolution in the mid 18th century, the temperature of the earth is increasing gradually. Industrial revolution in the use of fossil fuel, and then the role of intergovernmental panel on climate change. That is the first body that was built on the climate change. So the introduction, you will be defining what is climate change, pre-industrial revolution and after industrial revolution, and then the role of the intergovernmental panel on climate change. So this is introduction. You will be writing it 1 to 1.5 pages. Then in the second topic, we will be discussing the causes of climate change. What are the relevant factors due to which the temperature of the earth is increasing gradually and it is affecting our lives? So industrial revolution and setting up industries. So before industrial revolution, there was the evidence of climate change was not significant. But after the industrial revolution, particularly after the 19th century, the impacts of climate change are being felt in every corner of the world. So the second factor, the use of greenhouse gases. We are using the chlorofluorocarbons and these carbon dioxide, etc. in our industries. The third reason is deforestation. We are cutting down our trees, and because of which the concentration of carbon dioxide is increasing in our atmosphere, and carbon dioxide is the absorber of heat. So deforestation is also one of the basic and the second largest reason that is causing the climate change. Then the release of chemicals and other gases, these the aerosols and these other relevant chemicals, the nitrogen, etc. from the industries, it is also one of the reasons. The depletion of the ozone layer, as ozone is acting as a protective covering, and this depletion which is witnessed recently, this is also one of the reasons for the climate change. And then the volcanism is also causing the climate change. So these are some of the factors that are causing the climate change. You can also add your own information. This is just a sample, for example. Now, implication of climate change on the earth. What are the repercussions, or we can say the negative impacts of the climate change on the earth? So the first of all, increasing global temperature, and recently we are witnessing that the global temperature is increasing, and the heat waves these are experienced and witnessed in many corners of the world. Particularly last year in Brazil, the Amazon forest, in the Turkey, and the European countries, we are witnessing the unprecedented heat increase, and the thawing of glaciers and the rise of the sea level. So it's also one of the reasons. The glaciers, particularly the Arctic and Antarctic glacier, they are melting down, and the sea level is rising significantly. Then the relentless hurricanes and typhoons and cyclones that are witnessed, particularly in the South America and Southern America in the oceans, these factors are witnessed, and particularly the climate change is responsible for it. The heavy rainfalls and losing earth fertility. These are the implications, are the repercussion, and we can see the negative impacts of climate change in our earth. Now, measures taken to combat the global warming. What are the measures that are taken by the humans to mitigate the impacts of climate change, to reduce the impacts of climate change? So first of all, controlling global temperature. We are having the following summit, like the Earth Summit in 1992, the Kyoto Protocol in 1997, the Bali Summit in 2007, the Copenhagen Summit in Denmark in 2009. Then we have Durban Summit 2011, and fifth, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change in 2014, the Paris Summit that was held in 2015, and then we have COP26 that was held in Scotland last year, and you can also add the COP27 that was held in Egypt this year. So these are the factors in which scientists and the relevant authorities gathered, and they discussed the various measures that how can we mitigate and reduce the impacts of climate change. So these are some of the measures that are taken up till now to reduce the impacts of climate change. Then in the next topic, remedial measures to mitigate the impacts of climate change. Now, how can we mitigate? It means that how can we reduce the impacts of climate change? So reduction in fossil fuels, you will have to reduce the use of the fossil fuels, particularly this gasoline and petrol and diesel and these type of products in order to reduce the climate change. Growing more forest, like in Pakistan, we built the 10 billion tree tsunami, and these are some of the factors that can reduce the impacts of climate change. Then using alternative sources of energy like renewable energy. We can use the hydro energy, we can use the solar energy instead of the fossil fuels in order to reduce the emissions of carbons. Then introduce zero carbon technology. We are also working on the zero carbon technology, and this can also reduce the emission of the greenhouse gases. Then green transportation. In our cars and the transporting vehicle, we will be using the technology in order to reduce the emissions. Geothermal energy, solar energy using advanced technology. These are some of the factors which can reduce the impacts of climate change. So it was a sample of outline that how you can write outline systematically. This was just an example. You can rotate these wordings according to the topic because your answer should be relevant, should be according to the question. Relevancy is the most important factor for the competitive exams. Now I am sharing with you people some of the paragraphs that how you can write the effective paragraph. So I will be reading the first one and just sharing the a few more paragraphs. So global warming is the expected slow gradual warming of the lower layers of the Earth, lower atmosphere, by slowly increasing concentration of main greenhouse gases, primarily carbon dioxide, and to a lesser extent methane. So this is the definition of global warming. That what does it mean? So in introduction, you will be writing the definition first. These gases trap infrared radiation, which is the heat radiation that cools the earth. The burning of fossil fuel, mainly petroleum and coal, produce carbon dioxide is one of the byproducts. As of 2020, based on preliminary analysis, the global average temperature was 412.5 parts per million, setting the global average concentration of atmosphere. It is too much high, and this carbon dioxide concentration that is affecting our atmosphere, because if we have more carbon dioxide, so this carbon dioxide will absorb the heat, and this heat will remain suspended in our atmosphere, and it will increase the global temperature. Now if we have more plants in our area, so plants will absorb carbon dioxide as for photosynthesis. When the carbon dioxide concentration decreases, ultimately the heat absorption element in the atmosphere will be decreasing, and the temperature of the earth will remain cool. So these are some of the factors that causing the atmospheric temperature. You can read these paragraphs. I have gathered the relevant material and data from various sources, and I analyze it particularly. So you can read this paragraphing. I have given the intergovernmental plan on climate change, and then there is concentration of carbon dioxide, etc. So you can use this paragraphing particularly, and then you can get the relevant material, the latest and recent statistics in data and analysis. So I am sharing with you people this paragraphing. You will have to read it on your own, and you can analyze it in your own wording as well. Do not copy paste because this is not a significant strategy. You will have to write your own wording with grammatical accuracy and professionalism, with data, statistics, analysis, and then conclusion. So these are some of the paragraphs that you can get the data from it, and I will be sharing with you people the recent statistics as well. Thank you so much.